all the way live.
All the way live. There we go. Now we're actually live.
Oh my god, saw Pacific Rim last night.
Yeah.
Good?
Fucking amazing.
We're gonna go see it for work next week.
Yeah, that sounds like a simple work trip. Everything you want that movie to be, it is.
Nice. How's Charlie Day?
Charlie Day's fantastic.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Even though it's a total, like, I could see him being the next Rick Moranis.
Really?
You know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He has that kind
Honey, I
of...
Shrunk Charlie Day.
He kind of has that little spazzy character down to a T.
Nice.
He is Charlie.
And I think he's funnier than Rick Moranis, so...
I really wish Twitch could hold on to a cookie for longer than a week.
The what? Holding on to what now? Who? Huh?
Every time we start live streaming, I'm logged out somehow.
Oh, hey. We ate at this restaurant last night called Tree Huggers in Berea.
Okay.
Okay.
So, well, no, Megan had to go vegan because, you know, she has that, she had a problem with her appendix and her gallbladder. So the doctor threw that option out there. Nothing else she was doing was working, so we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
So now I kind of quasi-eat vegan sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say vegetarian because
I'm trying it out. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Giving it
Every
a shot.
once in a while, yes, I'm going to stove a hamburger right in my face.
Yep.
That's a good call.
Because it just
they're
needs
hamburgers.
that satisfaction. Exactly.
Goddamn delicious.
It needs to be in and around my mouth.
Yep.
I had a Boca Burger on accident at a work cookout a few days ago. Not pleasant.
No, it's not.
It's not that it's bad food. It's just that I wanted meat.
I had a turkey burger at our local sort of greasy spoon diner the other day, and it was actually pretty good.
Because
yeah,
it's
turkey
cooked on the same grill with all the other bullshit meats.
Yes.
Hey man,
It sort of
whatever
absorbs all that stuff in there.
whatever's healthier and makes it taste good.
I'm not yelling. I'm not judging.
Hey man, I like turkey.
So
Turkey's
I got an eggplant or aubergine.
Ugh.
I love it.
God damn it.
Eggplant, sautéed onions, and pesto and buffalo mozzarella panini,
Ooh,
which was delish.
that's a hotness.
That does sound pretty great.
With a side of sweet potato fries, which somehow I've become a fan of sweet potato fries.
Oh, they're
I still haven't
fantastic.
gotten there yet.
I tried them at this other place. I was like, you know what? We'll give these a shot. How bad can they be? And I started chewing on them. I was like, oh, they taste like, ooh. Because they kind of, once it gets that mushy consistency and it coats the top of your palate, you get hit with this real nice sweet and it finishes very clean.
And they put a little brown sugar on them?
Oh, little cinnamon brown sugar.
Oh, there you go.
Ow!
Good.
Their menu said 8 times on the menu, be patient, good food takes a while to cook. 8 times it was written on the menu.
How long did it take? Too long?
It took a while.
But you know your stuff's probably fresh.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I said. Well, at least you know fresh food takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But the capstone of the evening was I got this 100% vegan cookie, and I ordered it purely out of curiosity.
You have to see what that's like.
So it's like, all right, I saw vegan cookies on the menu. I am infinitely curious what a vegan cookie tastes like.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost wanted to say, I just want to look at Megan. It's like, I know what yours tastes like, but I would like to try the store.
Your brain went a little bit different than mine. I would have been like, I know what it tastes like. Sand. Drop the mic.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what it tastes like.
Cardboard.
Depends on what time of month.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Thank you for watching our very last live stream on Twitch.
We'll
see you guys later.
It was
But
fun.
anyway, so I got the vegan cookie. And now that's all I'm thinking about now. Bearded clams. Alright, vegan cookie. So they get rattled out all these different kinds of, like, there was like a key lime, carrot cookie with maple glaze.
Oh, I would have gone for that one.
That's one I was thinking. One that sounded like a fruit cake, and I wanted to throw something at the lady for proposing it.
Throw the fruitcake cookie at.
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
lady.
hit her with the salt shaker. Shut up. That sounds gross.
Bop.
There was a coffee or a vegan chocolate chip one. So I don't know how you make vegan chocolate, but apparently it's possible.
Interesting.
So Megan and I decided to land on the key lime,
It's safe.
and I'm like, okay, I'm all right with that. So it comes out, it's a cookie, it's like this big,
Jeez.
and it has it looks like a big sugar cookie with this green shit smeared on it.
All right.
And I was like,
That looks like what I would expect.
and that's what I did too. So I take the cookie and I break a piece off of it. And much to my surprise, it was very soft, and
Okay.
inside was actually lime green.
Oh.
Like, and there was bits of lime in it. I was like, well, this is very
Pleasantly
promising.
surprised.
It was fucking delicious.
Nice.
Damn it!
Like, I mean, I'm telling you, I would go back to this place just for that cookie.
You win this
Nice.
time, vegans.
There's a place in Chicago. It's literally called the Chicago Diner, and it's an all-vegan place, and it's really good. I've been there once or twice, and it's like not. It's one of those things you expect vegan, like, oh, it's just gonna be
It's just gonna be kale
awful.
everywhere.
Yeah, kale as
What's
far
it-
as
it's
the
called
eye
the
can
sh-
see.
I can sometimes kale is really delicious, and sometimes it is
Sometimes it
just
tastes like Lake Erie.
it is the most horrendous texture in your.
Is it also on fire?
no,
Hey,
no,
that's the Cuyahoga River.
yeah, that's
sir.
the Cuyahoga River. Let's
all right.
You know that there's a beer named after that.
Given
There's a
some
whole
of the
festival name after it.
Yeah, that's true.
given some of the stuff I've been hearing about Lake Michigan this year, I'm surprised that's not on fire.
It's
Wait,
still
look.
early enough.
Wasn't Lake Michigan, once the storm sewers open up, they dump all the sewage into the lake?
I don't think not necessarily. I don't think it's like untreated sewage, but I think there is some runoff potentially.
There's just a little shit.
It's next to Chicago and Indiana. I mean, what do you expect?
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially out of Indiana.
Speaking of
Oh!
Chicago, I think I might be catching the Book of Mormon
Oh,
in
okay,
Chicago in and around September.
nice. Okay.
So if you would be up for, I don't know,
Meeting up
yeah.
and making out.
Yeah.
Ow.
Totally. Always down.
As I think, yeah.
Little double date action going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a date and set some time aside. The only time I'm not good is I have a wedding that I'm standing up in on the 14th.
Well, fuck it, we're out.
Ah.
Because it's the 13th is when we're heading out.
Yeah, I gotta be at the rehearsal.
Wait, is that Sunday? What day
Yeah,
is it?
it's a Saturday. Is the 14th.
I don't know what day she got tickets for.
Okay. Well, let me know. I mean, if it's Sunday, I might be able to swing something.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Other than that, I got nothing. Pacific Rim is awesome. 2 huge thumbs up.
I'm excited
Nice.
to see it.
2 mecha thumbs up.
Hey,
Oh, it is so cool. It almost hurts. Like
Nice.
tears of joy. Like I'm sitting there watching the movie. I'm like, "Ee." Megan's sitting next to me like, what's going on? They're robots.
So does no one need to make a live action Ava film anymore?
It's if anything, this is a proof of concept. A live action Ava would be possible,
Nice.
and not be possible. Look fucking amazing.
You know, they've only been working on it for about 15 years, so it should be pretty sweet.
If anything, yeah. If anything, there were a couple of mech heads that would seriously aped totally from Ava.
Nice.
Like one with the one scope one in the middle.
Some like Unit 2
Like
stuff.
it looks like Unit 0
Nice.
and Unit 2 with like the 4 eye things and like how it kind of goes in and like is like
yeah.
you know what I'm doing here.
Flappy doos.
Like just
Flappadoos.
like in like profile. Fake wiener.
Berserker.
What's happening?
I don't
Ava's going
know.
berserk.
Er.
Oh, berserker.
God, why is
I'm leaving you alone.
oh,
I don't think I can frame in a. Oh, what was the other one they were doing? It was the Taylor Swifting. Was it the Miley Cyrus where she's like, or they're doing the butt scoot?
God, oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, Lord Johnson! Oh, Lord Johnson!
Don't know what's happening anymore
I
on
have
this show.
no idea what happened.
You're all fired. We couldn't make it to 300.
We just missed it.
Just missed it by an episode.
Yep.
I wish I had enough strength to plank on the owl.
I hate Tosh so much that I don't want us to show up on Tosh.0. So please don't. That's my only reason for you not doing that.
Yes.
Hey, we'll get great coverage on a web redemption.
There you go.
Oh, man. You don't like Tosh?
No, that's the worst show on television.
I can't
Oh,
help
Tosh.0, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. It went
I got
downhill
it.
real quick.
Yeah,
gotta
from like the
disagree
first
because-
episode.
Because that man just looks like he has fun. I have fun watching it because he laughs.
I enjoy like his first couple like stand-up comedy, and after that it was just kind of like, oh, you're
His
just
stand-up
See,
is
I don't
okay.
like his stand-up. I like...
really,
Man, it's one or the other,
Oh,
apparently.
man. Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like it was the soup with web videos, and I'd rather have Joel McHale hosting.
Yeah.
I think all right. So here's what's cemented me actually enjoying it. I saw the on-site at Arizona State, where he was actually doing the show live,
Okay.
and he had this thing where the people could Twitter follow or not, like live tweet him, like come up and they had 10 seconds to say something to him, and he just looked like he had a riot. Like a couple of guys came over and bean dipped him, or one dude just kind of walked up, did trust fall, landed right on him. But it was just. It was just priceless. Like, all the gags that he had done to people were all getting done to him, and he was just having a blast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, anyone that
see him
enjoys
live a
what
while
they
back.
do makes things much more interesting for me.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Dane Cook.
I think he might be the exception.
I almost made it with a straight face. Almost.
Oh Christ.
All right.
Well, you guys ready to do this biz then, I guess?
Yeah. Good to go.
All right, starting
party.
in... What?
Ready to party.
Hey, hey, there,
Yeah,
bark,
we're-
bark, 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 bark.
Recording for like 15 minutes already, so. we're
Party,
good.
party people. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there's Knobs.
What's up?
And over there's the Hannah.
What's going on?
Wanted to talk real quickly at the top about the obvious big news story in video gaming this week. That the unfortunate and early passing of Ryan Davis of Giant Bomb. Only 34 years old, passed on the July 3rd of natural causes. Just really such an incredibly sad story. And really such a huge loss for the video game industry and the podcasting community. And a guy who was really really a definite inspiration for me. And one of the impetuses for this show starting was Ryan, and it's really unfortunate, and it's far too soon. And our thoughts go out to friends and family and the whole Giant Bomb community.
That was a complete shock to read.
Yeah.
And, you know, hats off for those guys being able to keep their grief under wraps to make the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
that was like one of the worst news stories. Like, I literally, the second I read it, like, I felt sad, like I had lost a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, condolences and rest in peace, RTD, Rough, Tough, and Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to the episode proper here. Knobs, what you been playing?
What a segue. Thanks.
Hey man, let's bring it back. Let's
Come on. Batman.
Let's Cocaine Mountain. Let's celebrate this.
Okay. 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 All right, I'll see you in the bathroom.
There
All
are
right.
really way too many good URLs on the Giant Podcast.
Yeah. All right. So obviously Monday night game night, Left 4 Dead 2 had another great showing. I don't remember it was so much. I think it was another tight one, where it was another one that came down to the wire. It was a good time as always. Probably still one of my favorite things to do every week is to get together with the guys on Monday night
Yep.
and just slaughter each other. It's the most fun in gaming. I love it so much, and I still, as long as this show's been going around, we've been playing Left 4 Dead on Monday night.
Yep.
And it is fantastic time. Everybody's welcome, and you get to hear some ridiculous shenanigans. Because apparently I have a pretty filthy mind at times.
Yes, yes, you do.
Yeah, so I played that, had a blast. I played some more Borderlands 2. Not really doing much of anything, just kind of trying to power level my character up before I hop into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. That's pretty much how that's been going. Had some fun, have some toys to play with. I got my toys back, but I resaved them in quadruplicate, so I never lose them again.
I got guns everywhere.
Just gotta put my toys back in the box so I can take them out later to play with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I played a little bit more Space Marine. So that's still slaughtering orcs. Not really know why. So
Does it really matter though?
No, it
It
doesn't
doesn't.
matter.
No.
Because killing Cockney orcs are a blast.
Yep.
Aye, Space Marines!
Governor?
Give them Space Marines! It's so dumb, and I'd laugh the entire time I play this stupid game. Just some Space Marines.
There's so many ostriches.
Oh man. And lastly, I picked up a game for my Windows 8 tablet. Believe it or not,
Hey.
there is an Atomic Robo game for the Windows 8.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's an Atomic Robo game.
That's a combo I didn't think that would happen.
It's
Yeah,
a
right.
little side scroller beat 'em up, and I can't remember the guy with the brain in the jar that always in the big robot thing. But yeah, he's pretty much
Krang.
Krang. No, it's not Krang. That's Ninja Turtle.
It's always crying.
It's a Krang-esque character.
Oh no, I know. MODOK.
Yes.
Yep.
No. Will you stop it? Next thing you know, it's going to be the bear head guy from Dexter's Lab.
That's one I don't know. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm talking? You don't know that one?
Bear is driving car?
No.
How can
Bear's
this
not
be?
driving.
I've been sick for the last like 2.5 days, and it's really warm in here, so anything can happen.
It is quite warm in here. It's 88 degrees. Why am I in a sweatshirt?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm sweating. But yeah, the game is a little side scroller kind of time attack type of thing. It's really cool. It has a really good art style that Atomic Robo does so well.
Yeah.
And anything that's got Atomic Robo attached to it, I love it. So
I have to get on top of that comic series because I literally read all of 8-Bit Theater when Brian Clevenger was doing that.
Yeah.
And
you need to do
I need
this.
to get on. Yeah, I need to get on top of this thing.
And it was something that was under my radar, and John Newsom from the Carousel Podcast and Pop.
Heyo.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, like he kind of pushed me to really start reading it, and I would take John's recommendations pretty seriously because he gave me Atomic Robo and Invincible, and I cannot not love those two comics more than anything.
He knows his stuff.
They are good. They are good. But yeah, that game is really cool looking, and it's really kind of difficult to play. But
what's
it
the
just
control scheme like?
It's a lot of tap and swipes.
Oh, okay.
It's very
kinda
gesture heavy.
Oh, nice.
And that's something. It's an input device that I'm not comfortable with. So
Yeah, I've never
gonna
really
take
gotten comfortable with that. It's always been like I'm not comfortable enough with like the tap and swipe stuff to be good at a game that has that, and I hate virtual D-pads
Yeah.
because they're awful.
yeah, there's no way. It doesn't matter how that thing. Even there's a little vibrating wheel in there somewhere. It just doesn't quite feel right.
Yeah.
But That's all I've been playing this week.
Oh, Hannah, what you got?
Oh, well, I'm a little on the spot here. I'm usually not up this quick.
Go, do it. Go, faster. Now,
Oh, God. So I attempted to play Rogue Legacy this week. And I say attempted because my PC rig's not great. It works, and I can usually force it to play more modern games by, usually trickery and, fooling it into thinking that it's better than it is.
Outright lying, let's say.
Yeah. It's subterfuge, let's say. Let's keep it classy. I desperately need a new graphics card because I really want to play Rogue Legacy, and apparently I did some research. The issue I keep running into is I load it up and I start playing it, and there's like this input lag, and I'm not even sure if it's input lag or video lag, but it works. I can play the game, but it's so slow that it's not fun.
I mean, it works, technically.
Yeah.
The game opens.
The game opens.
Yeah.
I can move my character around. I can do things, but it's such like it's not the pace. It's clearly not the pace that this game is meant to be played at.
Yeah.
So it was a little frustrating. So, but I enjoyed it still, even with the lag and everything. I was still having fun with the game. I got through like the tutorial, and I was like, all right, I don't want to get too far into this and torture myself. So I actually ended up emailing the developers. I think it's Cellar Door Games.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And actually, like I said last week, this is going to be my new catchphrase. I was like, hey, any chance for this thing to come out on the Vita? And I actually got a response from him. Dude's name, I think his name was Teddy from Cellar Door Games. He said, hey, we're talking about it, but nothing is certain. So it's kind of nice to know that they're at least like looking at their options, because everything I've seen of this game looks fantastic, and I'd really love to like sink my teeth into it and really just play the living crap out of it.
It'd be great on Vita.
Yeah, and like that's what I keep thinking. It's just like I looked at like the control scheme and stuff. I'm like, man, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I even went so far as to attempt to do like a remote desktop thing. Like I signed up for a PlayStation Mobile Dev license and ran a remote desktop app through that on my Vita and attempted to play it that way, which worked, let's say. And it was about the remote desktop was running at about 2 to 5 frames per second.
Great for gaming.
Yeah, fantastic. If this is, it was just, I really want to play this game. The more I see of it, the more I'm just like, God, just put it on something that'll run it for me. Come on. But speaking of my Vita, I'm actually finishing up all the trophies in Luminous Electronic Symphony. I have to.
Good thing you have a good start on using your power so many times.
Yes, I do. That's the last one I have. I'm in the same boat you were. I got to get that one done, and I'll have all the trophies. And then I was like, I haven't unlocked a trophy in this game in a while, and I hit level 50 finally in the Voyage mode. And I'm like, oh. It only goes up to, okay, well, let's see what the trophies are. And it's like, oh, save and play 12 playlists. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do that really quick. That was easy, because you only have to put one song per playlist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was fun. And it gave me a chance to play some of the skins that you unlock that don't end up in the actual Voyage mode.
Yeah.
Those are really cool looking. And then you had what was the other one? There was something. The master mode, unlock.
Yeah,
the master mode. I was kind of like, I don't know how to unlock master mode, and then the trophy popped, and the game got way too fast, and because level 5 master mode it's like dropping like a block every probably 3 or 4 blocks a second.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I just started left hand side and filled up the bottom row and hoping stuff was gonna clear out. That's how I played that one.
And
I got through it.
Yeah. I think I did like the time trial one. I was like, oh, how did I not do that yet? It was like clear 30 blocks in 30 seconds. It's like, that's not a trophy. Come on. Clear 60 blocks in 30 seconds. That's a trophy.
Yeah.
And also on my Vita, I've been playing a little bit of FF9, actually. I loaded that up because I was just like, I need a little story, a little adventure, something I've played before. And I've never gone really deep into the card game in that.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
And I started reading up on it. I was like, yeah, I never understood the card game. And I started looking at all the stats and stuff. It's like, oh, it's hexadecimal. Okay, so that's why.
Yeah.
So I literally, like, once I found out that there was 4 digits on the bottom, excluding the second one because that's just card type and that doesn't make sense either way.
Yeah.
Once you figure out the stats, like, first number is power.
Mm-hmm.
Second, the second number is like the rarity of the card. It's like A, M, P, and X, I think.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And then you have the last 2 numbers, which are defense and like magical resistance, which I no clue how that plays into it.
Yeah.
But once I start figuring out, oh, so I can, actually manipulate, and I can actually use this as like a battle system instead of, well, I guess I'll put a card here and see what happens.
Yeah, and hope it turns out okay.
So, like, there is a little bit of strategy to it. It's not a great card game by any means, but it's still like, I don't know, it feels it's fun in an odd way.
What I really liked is basically any NPC in the game could be somebody that you can play the card game against.
Yeah, and get some really awesome cards from.
Yeah.
I ran into a little girl in the docks area of the opening with Vivi, and I played her, and she had this like insane like antlion card.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get that, and indeed I did.
Nice.
I always felt bad. I felt bad because there's a bunch of like kids that run around in that first area, and it's like, hey, you want to play cards, and then you get a perfect game on them. So when you play the game, once you win the game against somebody, you get to take one of their cards. If you get a perfect game where you
flip over all their cards,
you flip and capture all of their cards, you get every single one of the cards they put out on the board.
Hey man, life's tough in the streets.
It is.
Tetramaster ain't messing around.
I saved
Magic
after
for keeps.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. And man, I'm addicted to that card game, and it's a little sad.
Don't worry, I was too. And when I played it on the PS1, I got 1 copy of each and every card in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, because that's like the master collector level.
Yep.
And it's weird because you can only have 100 cards, and that grid's 10 by 10, so you can only have 1 of each card.
Yeah, it gets really weird at the end.
Yeah. Where it's like, oh, I don't want to get rid of that, but I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I played a little bit of Darksiders today.
Ooh.
It's not hooking me as much as I would have expected it to by now.
Yeah.
It hasn't captured me.
How far are you into it?
So I got past like the tutorial area where you fight that first big boss, and
how did that not sell you on that game?
Oh, it was nice. It was cool. It was just kind of like, oh, so the controls are real weird. Like the dashing and like blocking and the like aiming and throwing stuff was really strange to me because you have to click the thumbstick in.
That stuff is a little weird.
Yeah, and I think that took me out of it a little bit because I had to think too much about the controls. Like, the thing here's what confuses me. So you pull the right trigger, and that centers your camera.
Yeah.
And you click in the thumbstick, the right thumbstick. I'm sorry, you click the left trigger, and that centers your camera.
Yeah.
You click in the right thumbstick, and that starts the aiming. Why aren't those swapped?
So the reason why it's swapped is because the left trigger thing is Z targeting from Zelda.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not a camera lock. It's a I want to circle strafe around that dude.
Okay,
and I feel like they don't make it that clear because they don't call it Z targeting, even though it is.
Yeah, and it was odd to me. And then like doing the chaos form, it took me like 2 minutes to figure out that because I just perceived it as, because I'm playing it on PS3, it was free on PSN.
Yeah.
I perceived it as press L1 and R1 to enter chaos mode, and that's not what it is. It's L1 and R2, which is kind of
weird.
Like that's a psychotic button combination. That doesn't make sense. That's not natural.
I feel like that's not the standard. I feel like that's something happened with your control scheme.
Okay, maybe I'll look at it again. But
yeah.
I was really like the control scheme took a little bit of getting used to, but I'm still having fun with the game. Make no mistake about that. Like just going through and chopping up dudes is tons of fun.
Have you finished like the first dungeon?
So I got past the what's the first demon's name? Vulgrim.
Yeah.
So I got to that point where you collect the souls for him, and then the gate moves, and then I had to do a bunch of stuff, and that's where I stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it didn't really click with me until like I finished into the second one.
Okay.
Because at that point I was like, oh, this is Zelda. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's because that moment hasn't happened for me yet.
Yeah,
I don't
it
think.
happened around there. With like,
Yeah.
I think especially during the first dungeon where like I got a bunch of keys, a map, a compass, and then I got a weapon that I used on the boss of that dungeon. I was like, oh, Zelda.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep plugging away at that one a little bit.
I don't,
That
for
was
me,
kind of
that
like
first boss battle cemented that game for me. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm all in at this point. When the
I
second
do-
he started grabbing the street and moving it around, trying to get you off balance,
Oh yeah, I
that's
forgot
too
about that.
cool.
I
Yeah.
really liked the fact that you dash rather than like roll.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about like the change in like I don't know if it's a change of the animation or like just a perception part on my part, but I think a dash works much better.
Hmm.
Because I can literally hold that dash button down and then flick the stick in the direction I need to go if
Yeah.
I'm waiting for an attack. And while you're holding that down, that's also your block. I do kind of hate that I can't block and then like strafe just slowly, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to not worry about that.
I feel
'Cause
like you might be able to later after you keep leveling skills up or something.
Okay. Yeah, because it took me a minute to figure out how to block. I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting rocked by a couple of these bigger guys here, and like strafing isn't necessarily working all the time. How do I just block an attack?
Yeah.
And you just have to stand still and hit that button. And the last game I've been playing this week, which is a really weird one, I picked it up from the most recent Humble Bundle weekly sale for, what are they called? Spiderweb Software.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's the Geneforge Saga. And these are like some really old school, like clearly made strictly for Windows RPGs.
Oh, like Windows 98.
Yeah, like Windows 98-ish looking.
Wow.
But the story's really cool.
Hmm.
It basically the world is based around these guys called shapers, and they can create life. They can just boom shape up like a piece of livestock. And so they like they're I wouldn't say they're gods necessarily, but they can literally just create life as they want to see it. And you end up you're supposed to be going somewhere to finish your training as like an apprentice shaper, and you get detoured onto a banned island. Like this is an island that the shapers have decided is off limits, and the reason they usually do that is because an experiment went wrong. It's kind of like Jurassic Park with magic.
Ooh. Now you're talking.
So yeah, and it's really kind of Diablo style, like top down, not top down, isometric. And you're clicking to move, and you have your little hot bar. And if you play as a shaper, you start off with the ability to create a creature. And the first creature you get the ability to create is this little lizard thing that breathes fire at your enemies.
So it's like a baby dragon?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. And combat's fairly straightforward. It's turn-based isometric combat, and you enter combat mode and you just click the thing you want to attack depending on whose turn it is, and I'm having a surprising amount of fun with it considering the age of the game. I loaded it up and I was like, oh, this is much older than I thought it was.
This is really old.
Yeah, it was like, because at first it was like, hey, do you want to change the resolution? And I'm like, why do I need to change the okay, fine. And it's like 800 by 600 on my 1080p
Oh
monitor.
yeah, and you're just
I was like, whoa, okay.
getting cut on those pixels.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out a way to maybe like force it into windowed mode, and I did eventually, but it's not ideal. So I just end up playing it in full screen, and it's fine. But while on my adventures and trying to figure it out, to get it in windowed mode without some outside software, which I eventually ended up resorting to, I looked through like the game directory. Like you go into Steam and you end up seeing a bunch of like .cab files that keep all of like the assets and stuff. Not this game. It's literally a folder full of bitmap files and text files,
And
like
wave
straight
files.
up.
Yeah, WAD files. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not even WAD files, dude. All the scripting, you could literally change the way this game works by editing the files that it installs.
That's
Like,
the best kind of game.
I was shocked. Like, you don't see that type of game anymore. Like, I could totally redo the interface if I got bored.
Yeah.
And I may, you know.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know, just load that up in Photoshop, trace something cool around it, and export it as a bitmap, and you're good to go.
So you're saying you basically want to fork this game?
Yeah, sort of. I don't think I can. I might be able to decompile the DLC.
Maybe it's on
No, I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's closed source in the essence that you can't compile it. But I could probably figure that part out.
Yeah.
But I'm really impressed. Like, the level of writing is really interesting, and the world seems very, very deep, and there's 5 games. So I'm thinking that might happen. I just kind of wish I could get them on some sort of mobile platform, and I would play them way more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you've got a PC that can run anything, check out the Humble Weekly Sale this week. It's literally, I think I paid $375, and like, you get almost the entirety of Spiderweb Software's catalog. Like, you get all of their games, and they're pretty good. But that is all I've been playing this week.
All right, I've continued my Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta as time allows. I'm
Nice.
getting close to wrapping up the game. I have like one more dungeon, and then the big final dungeon, the boss rush. I think there's 9 bosses in that thing. So still going okay. Having a hard time in Fork Tower, of course, as always. Forever in the Job Fiesta, but I really need Meteor, so I got to figure out some way to do it.
Yeah.
Play more
Is this the one where you have the 3 mages and the berserker?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So really tough. Played more Rogue Legacy.
Nice.
I finally beat the first boss, that giant eyeball thing,
Cool.
I was making it way harder than it needed to be, because
Really?
I forgot that when you do the downward strike, you sort of, if you have momentum and you do the downward strike, it sort of bounces you up a little bit, so you can almost like you can sort of like skip over the enemy by hitting it.
Oh, nice.
So that worked pretty well. And I've just been sort of grinding through the rest of the game, trying to get some better equipment and stuff like that. I got to the second boss and did some really dumb stuff, and he killed me very quickly. So
nice.
I got what I deserved. But I was doing some reading on GAF the other day about New Game Plus in this game, and apparently they have New Game Plus, and every time you beat it, it keeps going up. And somebody said the highest they've gotten is New Game Plus 8. So it's 8 plus signs after New Game.
That's ridiculous.
Really?
So I'm looking forward to that, because apparently
Yeah.
at that point, like, all the enemies are level 200, and they're just rocking you. So
Nice.
that sounds pretty awesome.
That does.
I got my copy of Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection.
Oh,
Legacy?
nice.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it's Legacy.
Yeah, it's so first off, it's a really nice package. It's this really cool embossed slipcase on the front, and it's the PS3 disc inside of it, and then a 100-page sort of history book inside.
Okay.
And the history book's really cool. It has it starts from Metal Gear Solid 1 and goes all the way to Metal Gear Solid 5, including Peace Walker.
Huh.
And it has a bunch of, what's really cool is it has a bunch of promotional images for each game about it. It doesn't have art,
Nice.
it doesn't have all that stuff, because you can find that anywhere, but it has like the Metal Gear Solid 4 Japanese poster where Solid Snake was selling an energy drink. You know, like the stuff that we really never see that's really super cool. And like a bunch of movie posters, a bunch of art posters, and you know, the US posters, the European posters, you know, a lot of really cool individual stuff. So I fired up, there's 2 discs in it. One disc 1 is just Metal Gear Solid 4, the Trophy Edition, which I took forever this morning to install because I never played the Trophy Edition, so I might as well play through it again. And the other disc is everything else. It's everything, how Kojima stated it was everything Kojima's been involved in since Metal Gear 1. So it's Metal Gear 1 and 2, and then all the Metal Gear Solid stuff, including Peace Walker. Including the 2, so it unfortunately doesn't have Portable Ops or the Acid games, and I love the 2 Acid games, but I get it. No one else does. Fine.
Yeah.
I've come to terms with it. But the real big disappointment in this package, I understand why it happened, but I'm bummed about it. Is it includes digital graphic novel 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I really love the first digital graphic novel, and to the best of my knowledge, the second one never came out over here. So I was super excited to play them, except you don't. They are, the first one is 2 hours, and the second one's 3 hours. They're Blu-ray videos of the entire digital graphic novel, which is a super bummer. But one, I understand because they're PSP games. I don't know how they were going to do that unless they make them, redeemable on your Vita, but how many people have those? Let's be honest. But
3 for 3 here.
Yeah. But I read an interview with Kojima where he said he wanted to put them there, and they have voice acting, and I don't think the digital graphic novel ones did. Maybe they did. I don't know. But they go through the full story of the game. He said he wanted to give gamers the opportunity that if they thought that Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 were too archaic, that they could just get the story, just sit down for 5 hours, get the whole story of both games, because it recaps the entire thing, and then you can hop in on 3 or 4. So I can sort of respect that. It's sort of a bummer, because I really enjoyed playing a digital graphic novel, even though it wasn't necessarily so much a game. I really liked sort of interacting with the whole thing, but that's a small complaint for spending $40 and getting 12 games. So, it's not a big deal. And the only other weird thing is that Metal Gear Solid 1 and the VR missions is a download code.
Yeah.
So it just downloads the PS1 games to your PS3. So
which makes sense.
Yeah, all that's fine. I mean, they didn't need to put the data on the Blu-ray. I mean, the Blu-ray already has MGS2 HD, MGS3 HD, Peace Walker HD, and then since it's MGS3 HD, it comes with Metal Gear 1, 2, and then there was something else in that collection too. I don't remember what. So it's like games upon games upon games. So you sort of can't be that upset. So it's a really good package. It's a really good value. And if you haven't played any of the Metal Gear games, there's literally no better place to start than picking up all of them all at once. So, and it seems like everything works. And it's PS3 only. It's never coming to 360 because MGS4 is just too humongous. But if you don't have a PS3 by now, pick one up. PS Plus is pretty great. There's a lot of good games.
Yeah, why not?
What are you doing? I mean, come on.
Come on.
Yeah, whatever. Stop spending money on the Steam sale and pick one of these bad boys up.
Does it come with the Metal Gear Solid database that they had on PSN on the disc?
No, but I think that's free.
Yeah, I knew it was on PSN. Yeah. It would be kind of cool if they threw it on the disc or something.
What is that called? The Metal Gear Solid 4 Guide or something?
It's like the MGS4, it's literally called something database.
Yeah.
And it's got all this backlogs, text stuff.
Yeah, that was super cool.
And it has the full text of Into the Darkness of Shadow Moses, which was the book supposedly written by Natasha Romanoff after the.
Wasn't it in MGS2? Or MGS1?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was in MGS2.
It's something crazy 150 pages that they're
and I've read all of it.
Yeah, you picked the wrong menu, and it's like, oh, what's this? Cool recap of the first game. Oh, it's 149 pages. Never mind.
It's recap and analysis.
Yeah, is it. They can never say that Kojima Productions never went all the way.
Yeah. When does he not go all the way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
My next game I played was Grid 2. I picked that up last week on the Green Man Gaming sale, I think it was, and redeemed it on Steam. Man, I don't have a really great video card. Mine is okay. I was thinking this morning, it's not good enough that it's old enough that I don't even remember what model it is, so I can brag about it. That's how you know your video card is sort of on both ends of the spectrum. You know your model because it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah, I'm on the low end of that spectrum.
So you could be like, man, I'm rocking a GT 5600, and someone's like, oof,
Yeah,
That's
9600 GT. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, like, or you're rocking like a 270. It's like, oh, that's good stuff. So I don't know which model mine is. Full specs, 1080p, 60 frames a second, rock solid.
Wow.
Really, really great, really cool. So I'm thinking about sort of playing that on and off, because you can pop in there, knock out a couple races, and then bomb back out of there. No big deal.
Nice.
So there's some story, but I didn't have the volume on because who cares?
Yeah.
So Codemasters, please stop with the voiceovers over menus. I don't care. I don't care if someone's like, "Welcome to Grid 3. Oh my, you want to go in this parking lot and spin some donuts?"
Yeah. Let's come on. Let's roll some dubs.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How's that? You wanna? Here's some cones.
Thanks. If the only reason you should be speaking if I have a chicane coming up in 200 meters.
Yeah, that's all I want. I don't want someone in the menu pausing the game when I just want to pick another race, being like, "Hey, bro, that was a really great race. This is Sean White coming at you, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Just want to race."
Yeah, I hate. It's the only downfall of the games those make. You're just gonna hear, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
I just want to race. I unlocked 15 more races. Don't tell me how awesome it is that I just did that. I know. I was there.
I did it.
And I helped. And the last game this week, I was going to start The Walking Dead on PC again, because
Ooh.
I'm not gonna buy 400 Days on the 360, where I played it, because I can't carry that stuff over to the Xbox One. So I bought it on PC and realized I hadn't played that thing on PC, where it's buttery smooth.
Oh yeah.
So I was just gonna go do that. On every single time that I would fire up The Walking Dead in big picture mode, it would not do anything, except for say, "Last played 1 second ago," and I was just like, "That's not." No, let me try firing this up. Little wheel would spin and say, "Nope, last played 1 second ago." So uninstalled, reinstalled, rebooted my machine. I even had Steam verify its game data cache, which I've never done before. Still the same thing. I was just like, I know I fired that. What the hell? So I finally did a bunch of research, and I wanted to let people know this in case you run into the same problem.
Yeah.
Windows 8 will not run The Walking Dead in Steam with an Xbox 360 controller plugged into it.
What?
So the controller input DLL that Telltale wrote or worked with or licensed for controller support does not work with Windows 8 at all, forever, at any point at all. You need to download this really sketchy looking DLL that surprisingly checks out, that you drop in your Walking Dead folder, and as soon as you do that, runs like a dream. And it basically is like the Windows 8 version of that controller DLL.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because I'm not playing that game with keyboard and mouse. That is not that fun.
I did, and I didn't have too terrible of a time. My Q key doesn't like me, but
Yeah, I really like playing that game with a controller.
Yeah.
So word to the wise for everyone. I had set aside some time to play The Walking Dead. Maybe knock out that first episode. It's not too terribly long, but no. Spent all my time troubleshooting. So
man, when is the last time you had to install a DLL file to make a game work?
Like XP.
Yeah.
Windows 2000.
On a game you legitimately purchased?
Yes.
Yes. There we go. Yeah. Maybe Windows 2000 because it maybe was supposed to run on Windows 95. Like,
Yeah.
That's been how long? Like, that's crazy talk. Crazy talk.
Yeah,
So,
I couldn't stand this when I do that.
I wish I would have been playing. I wish I would have played that, but regrettably didn't have the time, and that's all I played this week. So let's take a break.
Break.
Woot.
I need to get something to eat. I'm dying here. I haven't eaten all day. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oh God, cables.
Oh. Did Boston die? I'm gonna get some water.
Agua. I need to take this fucking sweatshirt off, so I need to do. Oh, fuck. Oh. shit balls, man. Fucking sweaty as shit.
God, these headphones are killing me. It's like every once in a while I'll just get so much like head pressure because of them.
Which ones you wearing?
The old Logitech ones.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Violent Science.
Yep.
Nice. Boy, chat is just... Come on, Twitch. I just want to record one episode where chat works. I feel like I'm asking too much. Oh, that's why. Because Evo's going on right now. Whoops. Well, sorry for anyone that's watching the live stream. Evo has blown out chat on pretty much everything, so...
Ooh.
My bad. Playing Smash Brothers over there.
That would explain why I cannot see that.
Yeah.
They gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Oh, they have too much going on?
Yeah.
Well, probably because there's 108,000 people watching it right now.
Oh, good lord.
It's still managing to keep up. There's a nasty Smash Brothers game going on.
What? Yeah, what was with Nintendo trying to stop that?
They're crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way to put it.
Oh, they have this new... You know, it's the same thing they were doing with the YouTube stuff. You know, I don't understand why they're... I can understand if... You know, they are getting upset about someone streaming the entirety of one of their games, but they're live streaming Super Smash Brothers. Like I think the first one, or the one for GameCube.
Yeah, Melee.
It's like, who cares? Come on.
What can you possibly recoup from that?
Yeah, like you think you're losing money on a hot stream of...
Well, no, they should be
SSBM.
paying us to play our game that they've already bought.
Yeah.
Oh, poops.
Someone
My
just
head
asked
is
a good
killing me.
question. When is BlazBlue? Oh, they're not live streaming BlazBlue. Okay.
What?
Thanks, guys.
Oh, good lord.
Persona 4 is in 2.5 hours.
Oh, come on. The DayZ site is down for maintenance. I just bought Arma 2. Come on.
It's those hot Steam sales. Everyone's getting them.
I guess, but... that's a bummer.
Come on!
I'm gonna have to torrent that bad. It's not even like I can't torrent it because it's a free mod. That's why
Yeah,
make
that's
sure
the
we get
worst
right
part, like-
version.
That's terrible.
That's awful. Why?
Hey, Persona Gold is in chat. Let's see if I can fire up the chat now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I should probably check that. 'Cause that hasn't been working in like weeks.
Ugh.
Yeah, I logged in when we started streaming and it was like, oh, chat's still loading. And it's been like that ever since.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm in.
Alrighty. You guys ready to do these next segment?
Yes.
So I have to sign in again? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right?
I don't know why you guys have so much trouble with that.
Yeah, whatever it says I'm in. Oh, no, I gotta sign in. Oh, fucking... Holy shit, I remembered the password, first shot.
Yeah, it always takes me 3 tries on Twitch. I'm like, which one did I use?
Yeah. Wait, welcome to Twitch, please verify through your email. Fuck off.
I just want to watch a video. There you are. Alright. Let's knock out this second segment here.
Ooh, yep. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. There we go. Do. Alright, you guys ready?
Yay!
Alright. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases. Downloadable games this week. Binary Domain for PSN is $20.
I've heard that game is really good, and I haven't gotten around to it.
I don't know if I think either own that one or Singularity. I don't remember which one I bought.
Or both.
It's
Maybe
both.
And they're probably still sitting in the same pile.
Yeah.
PSN Plus members, Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey is free.
There you go.
Yay!
That's the one I haven't played. I heard it's okay.
I heard that one's pretty okay. U.S. release, yeah. U.S. I have heard of it. U.S. release for the week of July 14th, 2013. Time and Eternity for the PS3.
Like I said on Pup, please don't buy this game. It's one of the worst ever.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Fair warning.
yeah. Save yourself.
Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the thirds.
Oh yeah, girl.
Nice.
Get my samurai on.
Oh, Barry Levon, where'd you get those samurai swords? Shh. That's none your business. Dynasty Warriors 8 for the PS3 and 360.
Moving on to news stories. Top news story here this week. Dive Kick finally gets a release date, August 20th on PSN. Coming out PS3 and PS Vita with cross-buy support.
Nice.
So buy that stuff. That game looks stupid good. So I'm very, very excited to play this incredibly dumb looking and amazing game. Can't wait.
Yeah.
TVG PSA, as part of our ongoing "Hey, is your stuff safe?" segment. Konami ID hacked. Change your password. You know what to do at this point. It's gonna happen every week.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for this segment. No, it isn't.
Yeah, no. Is your stuff safe?
No.
The answer is always no.
Someone needs to buy that domain. Isyourstuffsafe.com. And it always says no.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it. That'd be great. You have one field, is your stuff safe? Go. And then it says no.
No. Next is right here. Square Enix releases Deus Ex The Fall on mobile devices. Maybe was a bit of a jerk about it.
Maybe.
I would like to remind everyone that my comments are my own and not respective of my employer. The Fall came out this week on iOS devices, and at the end of the tutorial, you get your first gun. And when you try to fire that gun on a jailbroken device, a pop-up comes up and says, "You cannot fire guns on jailbroken devices."
What?
Yeah.
That happened.
Someone should have reminded Square Enix that it is legal to jailbreak phones on the US, although a ruling has not been made on tablets. And also, jailbreaking your phone doesn't really mean you're a pirate. Maybe you just want flux on your phone is really bright. That's okay. I killed Knobs. So Square's going to patch the game because they said, we didn't communicate clearly enough about the restrictions on jailbroken devices. That's not really the problem.
No, it's not.
No.
That's not when you done messed up. You shouldn't have done that.
See if there's an INF file in there that has directions on how to crack the game. Sure. Okay, I can't shoot guns on that.
Well, almost immediately, people on their jailbroken devices installed an app that makes the phone look like it's not jailbroken.
Yeah.
So they got right around it. It's not a problem.
It's not a reliable method to check if your game is pirated.
Well, and a lot of people, if they jailbreak their phone, they're still buying apps from the App Store because you can still legally and legitimately buy apps.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people aren't pirates. They just want a different UI. They want features above and beyond. They want to take their phone and they want to
take it to the limit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to take it to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
And that's fine. And in the U.S., legal. But apparently, Square Enix does not like it. No. We don't want it. Next news story, NHL 14 has something they just announced called Anniversary Mode. Since it is the 20th anniversary of NHL 94, which I think is funny that it's not the 20th anniversary of the NHL series.
Yeah. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. They have announced Anniversary Mode, which brings that game back to its NHL 94 roots with only 3 buttons: shoot, pass, and turbo. Yes.
Nice.
And retro music, retro celebrations, no rules, that horrible-looking blue ice from NHL 94, and star-shaped player indicators.
Nice.
It looks exactly like NHL 94. It's incredible.
I'm probably going to buy NHL 14 now.
That's the thing. Like, I think for people that are as old as we are,
hey now,
I think dinosaurs. For as old as we are, we have that memory of playing NHL 94 on our Genesis at our friend's house for 5 hours straight, like every day.
I had the NHL set up in my bedroom. I had my little 12-inch TV right next to my nightstand on my bed, and then I had, because the Genesis had 2 inputs. It had the AV input and the RFI input.
Yeah.
And you could run them both simultaneously.
Yeah.
So I had one on this TV. I had a cord running all around the other side of the room, to the other side of the bed, so we didn't have to sit on top of each other.
Nice.
And we were playing 2 screens, across the room from each other.
Man.
Very nice.
They really need to market this Anniversary Mode, because our generation will make this a multi-million selling game.
I'm buying it day one now.
Yep. I'm pre-ordering as we're recording.
Get Jason Lee to do something with it based on his thing in Mallrats where he's playing.
Hey, no, that was not. He wasn't playing NHL in that one.
Oh, really? I thought that was NHL 94.
Was not playing NHL 94.
What game was it?
I'm not really sure, but it wasn't NHL 94. I can guarantee you that.
Okay.
To the commentary track. Next news story here: Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus announced, coming out on PS3 later this year and focusing a lot on zero-G puzzles and action-y stuff surrounding zero-G. We'll continue the Ratchet and Clank story, thankfully, because the last game kind of ended up on a huge cliffhanger, and I need to know what happens. Oh my God, Lombaxes.
Yeah.
And it's $30.
Oh.
How can you go wrong?
You really can't.
Apparently, they're making it. It's going to be different from the last 2 games they made. The booty one, the Pirates Booty one, and then that weird third-person tower defense game that they made. Nothing like either one of those games, and it's just a standard Ratchet and Clank game. Not as long as the normal ones are, but longer than a downloadable one.
Cool.
So, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy news story here. Linden Labs, the makers of Second Life, acquires Desura, the indie game publishing platform. The rumors lately have been that Second Life is doing far better than assumed, and I guess those rumors are right. I'm surprised that Second Life is still open.
Yeah.
but apparently it's had this recent resurgence. I don't know anything other than what the rumors are saying, but apparently Second Life has had this huge resurgence in the last month or so of just
Weird.
hundreds of thousands of people visiting. So I don't understand what happened or why or what's going on, but good for them, I guess.
Maybe everyone's just kind of rewatching the.
That sounded like it was a good joke, and he froze right there.
Yes, he did. I wasn't sure if that was
So
on my end or
you
not.
guys at home get to fill in the blanks for what they were watching. The IT crowd.
Probably.
Oh, they were watching Golden Girls. What's another one? Eek the Cat. Real Monsters.
Yeah.
Toxic Joker in chat says they were watching Glee.
Oh, too soon.
What happened?
One of the cast members passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little too soon then.
Yeah. Hey,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
sad.
Oh, man. Alright, well, I guess we'll take a quick break here.
All right.
And, wait for this call.
Mm-hmm.
See, Toxic Joker didn't know either. So we're not in the Glee haps. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's all good. I live with people that, are up on that sort of stuff. My fiance
You
has a
live
friend.
with Gleeks?
No, she just has a friend that texts her celebrity deaths.
Fun.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a long-running thing they've been doing.
That's
Like, oh, guess who died?
weird.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm normal?
Yeah, I guess none of us really are.
For sure. Oh, he just dropped completely there, didn't he? Oh, hey, look, there's a whole lot of Hannah on the live stream.
Hello. That guy over here.
Yeah.
I can't believe we haven't done one of those gags where we hand something from one live stream to the other. It's like, oh, you forgot your phone here. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
Oh, I did another wrong. Oh, well.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yes.
We'll
yes.
fix it in post.
Let's just flip the image around. Wait a minute, it's live. There is no post. Oh, God.
Oh, no. P-Flux says 300th episode. That's next week.
Yeah.
I've got something planned.
Ooh.
Did I make it back?
Hey, you're back.
Yay.
That's disappointing.
What? You're disappointed you're back on the show, or
No, it was,
that too?
I don't know. I was just, like, I don't know. I had this good little story from The Office, like, wound up in my head. And it's gone.
That's okay. We filled in the rest of your story while we were waiting.
Do you remember that one, though? That episode?
No, you cut out after you said, and they were watching blank. So we said, eek the cat.
No.
Curses. All right, let's pick back up here in 3, 2, 1. All right, technical difficulties over. I can't speak anymore, but that's my problem. All right, moving on to the last news story here. Persona 5 domain registered. Just getting all flustered and excited for Persona 5. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. Oh, man.
Let's hope it's not like some Windows 8 exclusive stuff or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so we can use a controller.
Yeah, right?
It's coming out exclusively for the Wonder Swan.
No!
I actually do have a Wonder Swan color, so that would be okay.
Nice.
Because why wouldn't I have a failed console?
Why not?
I need
Why
to
not?
I need to buy a Virtual Boy and sit those two together.
Hey, I need that to run on my CDX, like stat.
Yeah, man. Oh, Toxic Joker in chat says exclusively for the Ouya. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but horrible things about that controller, by the way.
It is. We have one at work. It's pretty rough.
And apparently, I was listening to something. They said that in the original Kickstarter, they referred to it as the Stradivarius of controllers.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a bit much.
That's a poor choice.
I want to give it a shot, but that's a bit much.
yeah.
All right, that's all of our news stories for this week. So let's take a break.
Oh, perfect timing.
Yep,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Welcome back.
So they asking me what the punchline was on my joke.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there was that episode
It's
in
not
The
funny now.
Office. Well, no, yeah. You wonder, fill in the blanks. Mad lib this bitch up. No,
Toilet.
it was when I think it was when what's her name just dumped Dwight, and he had consumed himself into Second Life where he's flying around and of course Dwight looks
yeah.
like Dwight in The Office.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But maybe it's that, like, I figured maybe people were marathoning the show and got back to that point. It's like, hey, I remember that. Or Hot Tub Time Machine, where I'm doing time. Gotta do some mad reps.
I still can't believe Second Life is still like even up. It's sort of like at PlayStation Home. It's like, wait, how is that not dead yet?
Yeah, I don't, because PlayStation Home makes bank. It
Really?
makes them so much money. Oh my god.
Advertising or what? What makes them
A little
money?
bit of advertising, and from what I've heard, I don't know, for sure, but apparently it's like the in-home purchases.
Really?
Yeah, like watching movies, buying like couches for your apartment and stuff, buying like jeans for your avatar. Apparently that is just gangbusters.
That's okay.
That's shocking that that's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I don't. Okay. Whatever. I'm no judgment.
yeah.
That is wow.
All right, you guys ready to peep this ish?
Yes, we and the mighty 300.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about emails.
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 First up is from Ryan, aka Ryan. What game's coming out this fall? Do you guys have pre-ordered? Lords of
Nothing.
Shadow 2?
I don't operate that far in advance.
Mario and Luigi something?
No.
Both consoles? Does that count?
That
Yeah.
probably counts.
Yeah, I mean, Watch Dogs,
Yes.
Titanfall, Destiny, AC4, Forza 5, Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
It's mainly all for new consoles.
Yeah.
So I gotta have something to play on those things because I can't play 360 games.
I mean, I think the most recent stuff I have pre-ordered, I have the new Vanillaware game for Vita. The name completely.
Dragon's
slips.
Crown.
That's the one. There it
Nice.
is.
Wait, did I get
and-
that for Vita or PS3? I'll have to look that up.
It probably works for both anyway, so.
Yeah.
No, I
And I'm
think they're
looking
separate.
I'm just kidding.
You got me. It's only fair you got me.
I am looking forward to the Final Fantasy X HD remake.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be out this fall or whenever.
This decade.
Yeah. Eventually. Because I never got around to 10. So, and
Ten's
I don't
pretty
know.
good.
I might have to get back on the pre-ordering bandwagon here because I'm nervous what's going on with Best Buy.
Oh.
I went in there and the game section, the little kiosk where you used to buy stuff for the dude, is gone.
Nice.
All the things are condensed in. All the used games are gone.
Great.
ooh.
Like, I don't know what's happening, but that section went from a nice, good chunk of the store to a couple aisles like the DVD rack.
Oh.
I'm waiting for all the video games to be new releases in one of those bin kiosks in the middle.
Yeah, they just threw them all in there. Like, I don't know. You find them. You want them so
I don't know.
badly.
Whatever.
Your
I
problem.
did find Dutch in one of those, so I'm very happy with
Nice.
that purchase.
Ryan's second question here is: what AAA games coming out this fall do you plan on never playing? Most of the sports games. That's
Yeah.
pretty obvious.
Except for NHL 14 now.
Normally, I would say the new Bungie game, but Destiny looks like the hotness. So, my girlfriend and I are going to play all sorts of that.
Yeah. And as much as I want to say Assassin's Creed 4, I know I'm weak.
It looks so good.
It does.
They keep
I- that's
getting
how-
me.
That's what I thought about 3, and
I
then I
know.
played it.
I'm gonna be so angry.
I'm still angry about that game.
Yeah.
I'm still angry that I paid full price for that game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play another Assassin's Creed game.
Wow.
But pirates.
I'm done with pirates. I was burnt out in Pirates in the Aughts.
Sid Meier burned me out for pirates.
That's true.
That's a deep cut, ladies and gents. Don't forget to
But
tip
yeah,
your
no,
waitress.
I'm done. Like they just, I don't know. Pirates don't excite me.
Yeah, that's why I never bought Risen 2. I mean, as cool as that game looked.
I like the Risen 2 is where you go. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You know what? At
Yeah.
this point, like my brain is so fried. Like I just don't know what I want to play. Like I have this wrestle. I have some free time. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit and rewatch Fringe because why not?
Yep. My girlfriend and I started watching Fringe. It's pretty great.
Oh,
Except
wait.
for that dude who's the boss guy who has that really weird voice.
The
that-
black guy?
Yeah, his voice drives me crazy. It's too crisp.
Oh man, he is awesome in The Wire.
There's another one I need to watch.
Yeah, same
Got
here.
all this stuff to do. Show's over.
There's too much. There's too much to consume.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a problem.
it is. All right, next email from Dave, aka RoboPig. He says, "Hey guys, have you ever had some small mechanic or detail in a game just turn you off of the whole game? The
Yes.
example for me is Fable 3, which I grabbed since it was free. Early on in the game, your interaction with male villagers is basically doing a weird jive handshake with a villager. It feels so out of place in the context of the game that I just couldn't be bothered going any further. Anything special planned for the big 300th episode? Yes. Stay tuned for next week. I got stuff coming.
Oh, yes.
But
Okay.
I've always felt weird about that for Fable 2 and Fable 3. Like, you have this serious fantasy world, and then you have an option to fart on someone. And it's just like, that's
That's a bit GTA.
I don't-
That's GTA 2.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
GTA 2 more specifically. Like that's it just I have that problem when there's that dichotomy between like super serious fantasy world. And it's like
There's sort of that cognitive dissonance between
Yeah.
the gameplay and the actual environment.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that problem with GTA 4 as well. Where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a really super intense story. I'm gonna go kill some hookers.
I think that and Uncharted is where the term ludonarrative dissonance really started gaining steam. Basically
Okay.
saying that the story, the actions in the story and the actions of your character in gameplay are so vastly different that it's hard to chew on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to reconcile, like,
Yes, that's
you know,
what I was
like
looking for.
Nathan Drake being the everyman and being suave and sort of talking his way out of stuff, and then gunning down 300 dudes in an ancient Mayan temple. And it's like
Yeah.
that's a different guy, huh?
Yeah. It's Indiana Jones 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Knobs, any
No.
games that you can think of?
Yeah, I tell you what, modern racing games. The mechanic is tuning cars. I don't have the time or the patience or the knowledge really to tune a car correctly.
Yeah,
I don't want
know-
it in there.
I don't
I
know
don't-
what my rotor girder something is. I don't. What makes my car fastest?
I got really deep into Sega GT. I think 2002 or
2002, the one for
2003,
Xbox?
the one for Xbox.
Yeah.
Where I actually got into playing with camber and gearing ratios.
Yeah.
I had one car that I had worked out to have 11 gears, camber turned at like 0.5 degrees. Literally, I'm riding on the toes of the car on my Audi TT Quattro. And I'm like, why am I spending all this time? Because I get up to the next tier, and the car's worthless.
Yeah. See, that's what I liked about the Forza 3 and 4, where you could go in and say, like, all right, look, I need a car that's E-Class that needs to be under 450, like Forza rating. Just make a car for me. I've got the money, I got the parts somewhere, I don't know. I don't know what gear shifters are. Whatever, just make a car. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Like that stuff. It sucks me out of the game because all I want to do is race, and that's why
Yeah.
a game like Split Second I love so much. And same thing with Grid. You have a certain area of cars that you have to pick and choose from. Pick which one do you think's best. Have at it.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I like about. That's what I always like too about Metropolis Street Racer, is it balanced that the middle ground between arcadey and simulation. Like it was simmy enough to be fun to drive it without like being Ridge Racer, driving around corners at a 90-degree angle, but it's
Yeah.
not, um, you know, gear ratios and all that stuff.
I think the thing that Metropolis Street Racer and the Project Gotham evolved into was precision driving with stock cars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it boiled down to is there are certain cars that are going to be a little sloppy on the back end, and you need those for drifting and,
Yep.
and cone trials.
And that's what I
Yeah.
still really respect Gran Turismo for. It seems to be like if you love cars and if you really love the nitty gritty details of cars and you really care about your gear ratios or whatever, your camber, you can totally do all that stuff. There's still an option for you. But for everyone else that either doesn't love that stuff or isn't as interested, there's still different shades of gray for that genre.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of that to me is just it's sensory overload, and there's way too much stuff I have to think about because if there's a car in the game, I want to see it.
Yeah.
And if you have thousands of cars, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. The next email here from Jay-Z. He says, say EA announced
Whatever.
more DLC for SimCity, and it lets you build SimCity out of rock and roll. Day one purchase? Sure.
It depends. Do I have to log in to play the game?
Let's say yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there was that news story floating around this week that was sort of rumor, sort of. Someone sent out EA sent out a one of those surveys where it's like, would you like to play SimCity with larger cities like Classic and offline availability? And it's like, yes.
Yes.
The thing you said was impossible. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Make it SimCity. So
Yeah, right.
not mess it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to tweets.
Sweet.
Toxic Joker writes in, "Hey gents, beautiful show as always. Thank you. We try and keep it
Thanks.
classy.
It's
We
pretty.
do.
Rapid fire questions coming at you. Boston, rank best or worst? NES, Xbox 360, Sega Genesis."
What?
Ooh.
This is unfair.
That is the worst ever. How could you pick? That's
okay.
like picking which
Nope.
one of your children you like best.
Nope, I got the answer. Sega Genesis is number one because it
Yeah.
has the best sound chip of any console ever.
Yes.
Number two is NES.
Okay.
It's second because it has that weird 140 pin problem, and and third is Xbox 360 because those first consoles died, and my Genesis is still cooking like a king.
Yeah.
So
I have seen a Genesis that had no case. It was literally the board and the cartridge slot, and it worked for 3 years.
yeah, they don't. It's one of those things they don't build them like they used to.
Yeah.
I still can't believe my original Genesis one still works and had grape juice, grapefruit juice spilled on it to the point where it had crusted shut.
Yep.
And I had to hang it over a radiator and melt it off, and it
That's
still
nasty.
works.
Good job,
wow.
Sega.
Well done.
Toxic Joker in chat says Boston correct answers the only answer. So I'm glad. Knobs, best or worst? Lollipop Chainsaw, Crisis 3, Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Crisis 3, or not Crisis 3, Lollipop Chainsaw, and then Crisis 3.
Good choice.
I didn't like Crisis 3. Why is that on there?
To make it easy.
Something's
Didn't I
gotta be. Something's gotta be
I
on the bottom.
remember complaining about that game a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, something's got to be the bottom spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hannah, because I'm hungry, best or worst, and because we live in the same state. Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. Well, my first choice is always going to be Wendy's,
Good choice.
followed very closely by Taco Bell, unfortunately. Then McDonald's and Burger King.
Burger King at
But
the
if
bottom?
you're, oh yeah, I do not like that.
I'm about to go get some dinner at Burger King right as soon as we're done at this.
Poor choice.
Oh man, rough. Maybe I'll go get Wendy's.
I'm all about the Wendy's, and there's like 3 within 2 miles of me, and it's terrible.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah, those spicy nuggets, they're fantastic.
Foodcast.
Oh, you got to go with the double. What was it? The double. What is that called? The one that's on the dollar menu, the classic double.
Oh yeah.
That's some good stuff.
That's a lot of burger for $1.
Yeah.
P-Flux in chat says, hit yourself in the stomach with a hammer instead. It'll be better for your digestion. True.
Yeah, especially after Taco Bell.
Yeah. And on that note, that's all of our emails and tweets this week. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Everything else is on the right-hand side of the page.
Please join the forums. Don't forget to mark yourselves on the map. Lovely reading forum posts, especially episode threads. That's like my favorite thread.
Yep.
Yeah. Join us for Monday Night Game Night. It's 10 p.m. EST and Steam Game Night, rotating roulette of games.
Yeah.
Which is Thursday at 10 p.m. EST.
Don't forget that this month's TVGP Game Club game is Ghostbusters. And
God, I haven't played it yet.
Awesome. It's pretty great. I got to pick that back up, but man, it's fun stuff.
Yeah. And don't forget to watch us live or watch the archives, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. And next week is episode 300. So it would be super nice if we had a whole bunch of emails and tweets to read off. So send all that stuff in. You have a week from now. You're probably not listening to it right now, so you probably have like 6 days or less.
No, now.
You can do the math.
Do it by Friday.
Right then.
Yeah.
What about now? No, that was the past.
Yeah. Curses. But send in a whole bunch of stuff. It'd be nice if we could spend a lot of time answering your emails and reliving favorite moments if you guys and gals have some. So,
sure.
Or if you just hate the show, be like, none.
Yeah,
Show sucks. That's all we got. So we'll see you all next week.
Get her, Ray.
Peace.
I have 2 titles.
I was thinking of, like, what you said that thing. I was thinking of the Mr. Movie on in Spaceballs.
Oh,
when did that happen? Not now. Right now. Just now. When did we miss that? Now. Like, I love that stupid conversation.
All right, I have Killing Cockney Orcs.
Yep,
and
got that.
Magic for Keeps.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I have one. I just bought Arma 2.
Let's see. I got Just Slaughter Each Other, Quadruplicate, Krang-esque, really sketchy looking DLL, IsYourStuffSafe.com, which looks like Toxic Joker had as well.
I don't want to put that in there because I'll have to buy it. Did somebody already buy it?
Maybe, probably.
I don't know. It looks like a link.
No.
Take it to the limit. Take it to the danger zone. You know, dinosaurs, and the Aughts.
Toxic Joker. Is that all you said was the Aughts?
The Aughts. Yeah, I was done with that back in the Aughts.
Yep.
I'm gonna circle that one. I love that one. Toxic Joker says Cocaine Mountain. Unfortunately, that's not ours. We can't use that one. Pirates don't excite me. Oh god,
That's pretty good.
Stuff with that in the Aughts. Oh my god.
Curtoni in chat says sketchy DLL. I kind of like that one too.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Oh.
I want to pick the Aughts.
Yeah, I'm really down for the Aughts. I stopped writing at that point. I was like, we're not going to do
That's
better.
it. We got it. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Nope.
Oh, come on, Boomer.
All right, take 2. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is the Video Game Podcast, episode 299 for July 15th, 2013. The Aughts.
Yeah.
Back in the zeros.
All right, we are done recording.
That's not my shit.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in the live stream and joining us in the chat once it finally started working.
Yes,
Yep.
finally.
And the Death Star and I say, adios.